What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into Modern Warfare Zombies, and I'm bringing you guys a quick mission guide for the Act 1 Tier 5 mission known as Chaperone. Now, this one is going to be 4 parts. It is going to be a little bit on the more challenging end, just kind of depends on what you're working with and how many players you have on your team. As part 1 asks us to complete an escort contract. Now, basically, once you guys infill, you're going to open up your tac map. You're then going to be looking for the tac phone that has the tank on it. You guys will go ahead and ping it, head over to it. Once you guys grab it, it will drop a rover out of the air. Once it drops, you're going to head over to its location if it's not right next to you, and then you're going to go ahead and hit the button on the back of it to start the activation process. Once you guys activate it, you will need to stay within range of it in order to escort it to its next location, which is basically an aether orb that it interacts with. Once you guys actually get to an aether orb and it actually starts interacting with it, it does spawn a significant amount more zombies, so it does help to be a little bit prepared for this, or at least know what you're getting yourself into. Once you escort the rover to the first orb, it'll do its thing. It'll then go ahead and go to a second orb, and once you hit the third and final orb with the rover and it interacts with it, eventually a time period will go by where it'll explode and the contract will then complete. Once you guys have escorted the rover all the way to its final location, part 1 is then complete. Part 2 is asking us to kill 75 zombies during a single escort contract. So obviously, when you're doing part 1, you're going to be eliminating zombies through the contract. And if you have other people in your squad, any eliminations that they get or any eliminations that you get will count for each other. So you guys don't have to worry about who gets the eliminations, just that you guys kill 75 zombies during that contract process. You guys should get more than 75 zombies, so you guys shouldn't have any issues getting the second part knocked out. So once you guys kill the 75 zombies during the single escort contract, part 2 is then complete. Now, part 3 is a little bit more challenging, kind of just depends on what you're working with when you get into this contract. It's asking us to maintain ACV's health level above 50%. Now, this isn't really all that difficult as long as you're paying attention to the rover at all times, as it doesn't take too many zombies or too much time for the zombies to actually do a lot of damage to the rover. So during the duration of the contract, you guys are just going to want to be really mindful of the rover itself, and I definitely recommend if you guys have access to the decoy grenade, come equipped with one of those, as hitting a resupply or a resupplying at all with any of the decoys will allow you to hold up to 3. These can be really useful. At any time the rover stops and engages with the aether, you guys are able to throw that decoy, pretty much mobbing up all the zombies in a single area away from the rover, where you can then eliminate them pretty quickly, pretty much guaranteeing the rover's safety. If you guys want to play this extremely safe, make sure you guys are pack-a-punched 1 at least, and then you guys can go over and grab this contract, and it should definitely make it significantly easier. But once you guys are able to get through the contract, keeping the ACV's health above 50%, you guys will knock out part 3. Now, part 4 is just asking us to exfil with the quick revive recipe. Now, let's say you guys go into your escort contract, you guys are able to complete the contract, you get the 75 kills on the zombies, but maybe you get down to 48% and you're not quite able to knock out part 3. When you actually go ahead and complete your escort contract, when you go over to the reward, you guys won't have the quick revive recipe in the reward. It is possible that it will still be in there, but from my experience, if you're unable to knock out all of the tasks within the specific contract, then it won't actually spawn the specific recipe that you're looking for on the final part of your mission. So if for some reason your rover takes too much damage and you're unable to keep it above 50%, even though you were already going to have to complete another contract in order to knock out that third part, I don't think the quick revive recipe will spawn in until you're actually able to complete that third part successfully. So if you guys are having any issues getting the quick revive, or if you're running across the issue that I just explained, just go ahead and do another one of these escort contracts, and by the end, in the reward spot, you guys should be able to see the quick revive recipe. At the point that you guys do get access to the recipe, it is not over. You will then want to make your way over to the exfil safely in part 4, and this mission will be complete. That's going to wrap things up for today's mission guide. Thank you guys for all support today's video, all support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.